everyone, my name's Natalie and here is a come shop with us at Farmfoods. This one is probably going to be a bit longer as I ended up spending £184 in total. I did get more than we usually do, but Kiana is going away for a week with the Army Cadets on a trip. It seems like they're going away every other weekend, but this is a different one. It's not a weekend camp. It is going to lots of cool places around the country with them, so we needed to pick up some snacks for her. And I will say it again because so many of you say there's no real food there. This is a snack shop and it is a condiment shop, but that doesn't mean that Farmfoods don't have good food. They have lots of fruit and vegetables. They have lots of frozen meats. This is just what I choose to do. So we do this nice big snack shop, and then I also do other shops for our main meals. I was also gifted a £100 gift card for this shop, but that's not going to change my opinion. You know by now, and if you watch this channel, you can see that I go to Farmfoods all the time. It wasn't even mandatory to post a video, so this is completely my own opinion as always, and let me show you what we got. So I picked up the toilet roll that was only £4.99, which I thought was a good offer, and we just go through so much of it. We also got those Mr. Kipling cakes. Those orange ones were £1 a packet, and then Kiana wanted some of the cherry bakewells to take away with her. The muffins, they were only £1, of course, they went into. And my trolley is super disorganised, I know this. Neve was with us too and she kept changing it for me. But by the end, we were just trying to fit it all in there and it was chaos. I should have really got a second trolley. I will learn for next time, but I didn't mean to pick up so much. So we picked up this Swiss roll too. It's been a little while, but it's one of the children's favourites. And then I noticed they had the Galaxy packs for 59p. I was looking for these the last time we came and there didn't seem to be any here. I would have got more, but I'm too short and I couldn't reach up any further. So this is me trying to get some more, but I couldn't reach up at the back there and the staff were all busy, so I don't want to disturb them to come and get them for me. Plus, Neve wanted some of the penguin ones. So we just ended up getting a pack of the penguin ones and they were only £1, so not too much more. Again, I was now looking for some of the Maryland cookies. I had seen that they had some for 39p, but I couldn't find them. So I just ended up picking up 2 packs of these chunky ones, and then I noticed the space where they should have been. So obviously, as it was such a good deal, they had completely sold out of those. So next up is the bread, and as usual, they have lots of different options. We went with the King's Milk toasty one as it's 75p and we use that quite regularly. So I picked that up. They do have the Warburtons there, the Halloween style ones, and of course they have all their rolls and everything else there too. I didn't pick the eggs up at the start. Prefer to have these ones, the free range ones, and they're only £2 for 10, although the Farmfoods ones were white shell ones, which I haven't seen in there before. For tonight's dinner when we get back, we are having curry. So I picked up some of these naan breads. I was asked if I'd tried these yet, and I haven't. So I got these plain ones for the children as they're not too keen on the different flavours. And then we picked up these ones, which garlic and coriander. So Mark and I will have those and the children will have the plain ones. They did have a lot of the croissants, like the Milky Way ones and the Mars bar ones, but they are back up to £1.69. I think they are on the 2 for £3 again. But I didn't bother with those. They were a little bit sweet for me the last time that we tried them. So they have the pigs and blankets gravy. They had this last year and it's only 49p. And then the garden hubs gravy is also there. Again, that's only 49p and that's quite nice. They also have the stuffing, the chicken and bacon stuffing at 9p. And it was said that it tasted a lot like smoky bacon, and I couldn't explain it better myself. That's exactly what it tastes like. You can smell it for miles, and it just smells like smoky bacon crisps. I really liked it. The children wasn't that keen on it, so I didn't pick it up this time, but I thought it was really nice. Next up, we got some of the jalapenos and some of the gherkins. This is only 19p. I didn't pick it up, but I'm sure someone could make use of it. And then they had all the Maggi seasoning. Quite a few of those were only 29p, which I thought was really good. We used to use them all the time, and it's just the bag, and then you put the seasoning in, and then the chicken inside, and it works really well. So I picked up some of the Dolmio sauce. We got 2 of the meatball ones, and then 1 of the white lasagna ones. Someone did say to me to get whole tomatoes and chop them up and use them as a base for a sauce. And we do use chopped tomatoes. I just find that that's easier for me. It makes it quicker. But sometimes you just need a really quick meal, and it's handy to have the actual sauce in. So we've got 3 of those in total. Next up, I was looking for curry sauce and then a chicken to make that meal. So there's so many options, and obviously I know we're a big family, but all of these are frozen, so you could use a couple of the chicken breasts and then keep the rest for later. So there isn't any waste at all. So we just ended up getting the kilogram of the Farmfoods ones, and that will actually be one meal for us. That's generally how much we use anyway as a bigger family. But yeah, you could obviously portion that off. Next, I noticed that they had some more of that Knorr Professional sauce. It's only £1.49, and I think it's 2.1 litres. I can't quite remember. But there is a lot of sauce in there, and it wasn't in the last time that I came in. So I grabbed one of those, as I'd already put 2 of those Dolmio sauces in. And then I wanted to get some of the chicken drumsticks. So that's the chicken wings, and I nearly picked those up, but the children do prefer the drumsticks. So I think they're £4.50 for 1.5 kilograms. Not all of the children like them, so that will be for a meal, but the other children will probably have sausages. Then I noticed that the Heinz barbecue sauce was only 99p. So we picked up some of that and ended up with quite a lot of sauces. So this curry ketchup, again, it's always the unusual flavours. So I thought we'd give that a go. Why not? Again, it was £1. We ended up picking up the normal tomato ketchup. That was £1.99 for the bigger bottle, and we go through quite a lot of that. And then the mayonnaise too, the Hellmann's mayonnaise. The light version was only 99p, so I picked that up. Also, this Vindaloo curry, so Caleb tried it once and he absolutely loved it. I can't handle it. I don't like spice. Most of the others like spice, but not that hot. So I just got one of those, and we will do a little separate portion and see how he gets on with it. But I did pick up 2 of the korma sauces too. We have been using that one in the packet for so many years, and it's really, really nice. I'm sure it's actually gone down in price too. I think it went up to like £1.29, and now it's only £1.09 again. That Maggi sauce again was only 49p, so we might as well give it a go. The children like to have sauce with their food. Next up is the tuna. I was going to get some of those hash brown waffles, as it's a mixture of 2 things the children like, but I didn't end up getting them. I did pick up the tuna, 2 for £9, 6 packets in each, and that will not last very long at all in our house. We go through a lot of tuna. The McCain wedges, they were only £1.29, and I'm finding it so expensive at the moment for potato sides. It doesn't matter where we get them from, they just seem to have gone up quite a lot. So I've got 2 packets of those, And then I also picked up 2 packets of the Peppa Pig faces, as the younger children really like those. I didn't get any of the tomatoes this week, which I quite often pick up from here. But I did do the half price offers this week on Just Eat, so I picked up quite a few from there, along with peppers and washing up liquid and quite a few other things, but I didn't manage to film it. So next up is the 8 for £10, and I know a couple of people told me that Iceland are doing 10 for £10, but I just find it easier to pick them up while I'm here. And the children really like these garlic Kievs, so I ended up getting 4 of the chicken dippers, and then we got 4 of the chicken Kievs too. That will be another meal with mashed potato and beans, and everybody gets something that they like. They also have some really good deals on the rice. The bigger bags of rice are there, which would probably work out a lot better for us. Along with a lot of other items you can easily bulk buy at Farmfoods, which again, I know a lot of you tell me I should do. But at this moment in time, I just don't have the space. Hopefully soon. We have been looking at a couple of houses that are a little bit bigger, but we won't find out about those until a couple of weeks' time. But just keep your fingers crossed, because we could definitely do with a bigger kitchen and more storage. These fish fingers were only £1, so I grabbed 2 packets of those, although I should have probably got more because I forgot it was the school holidays and the younger children usually have them for lunch while the bigger ones are at school. Next up, I got a couple of packets of these biscuits. I want to start putting things away for Christmas, so we're a little bit more prepared than we usually are. I went to the Aldi toy sale the other day, and I have nearly finished the younger children's Christmas presents, which is really good because I've just been buying them weekly. I still need to do the bigger kids, but now I want to move on to food and just putting some treats away here and there. This milk is 2 for £2, which is the cheapest place to get it at the moment. So I picked up this packet of cheese strings. You can get the 4 packs at 3 for £3, which would work out better, but they only had one of the original flavours, and the children don't like the pizza ones. So we just went with the 8 packet. So next up, I was looking for the cheese, and I didn't think that they had the kilogram one. I was finding it hard to find it, but it was there. It was just hiding up at the back there. Someone mentioned this to us a couple of videos ago, and we've purchased it since, and it works out to be the best value, and it's really nice as well. We also were looking for these dippers because they're only 79p at the moment. They were on the 3 for £3 anyway, but obviously this works out to be a better deal, and we got the last 2 that were there. Quite a lot of the things needed restocked, but quite often they were just sitting behind the boxes. Then I also picked up some of the Dairy Lee. Caleb is really into this at the moment. He keeps asking for it, so we just got the family tub of that. Next up, I picked up some of the Southern Fried Fred Raiders. They're £1.29 at the moment, and Iceland don't seem to have them on deal anymore. They used to be in the 5 for £5, but they're not in our local one. So I just picked up a couple of packets of those, and then we also got some of the chicken satay too, as the children really enjoyed those last time. For yogurts, I picked up some of the wildlife ones again, as the children, they just prefer those ones. I did pick up lots of the Milky Way ones and things last time, but they weren't too keen on those. These Yorkie ones were 49p for the 2, so I picked up 2 packets of those, but again, that will probably be Mark and I that eat those, as the children don't really like those mousses. They didn't get on too well with them. They do have a lot on the 3 for £3 or 2 for £4 at the moment too. There's some more Milky Bar ones there for 49p for 2 packets. And the Nesquik cakes. These are one of the favourite things in the house at the moment, and they're back on a 3 for £3 offer. I think they're only usually about £1.29 each, but we just go through so many of them. All of the children like them, but we usually pick them up from the local shop if we're not going to Farmfoods. Of course, we picked up some Iron Brew for Mark. He goes through quite a lot of that. They've got loads of these little gift sets, which I think are about a similar price to other stores. All of these takeaway style bits and bobs there. And then fruit and vegetables. They have lots and lots of offers on them. I always pick up our corn on the cobs here because you get more in the packet than other stores, and they are only £1 each. They also have green beans for 89p, I think it is. And yeah, there's just lots of different options, and they all seem to be cheaper than the other stores. I know the other stores have the mixed vegetables, they do have them there, but they're only £1. And at Morrison's at the moment, I think it's about £1.69 for their mixed vegetables. I'm steering clear of the pot noodles this week. We just go through so many of them. So I didn't pick them up, but I did pick up some noodles. They were 4 for £1, so I picked up 8 of those. So next up is the ice creams, and I find it hit and miss. They have some really cheap deals. So these twisters were 99p, and then the other ones next to it were 2 for £4. So the different flavours have different prices. Again, I picked up the cornettos. They're a bit smaller than the Farmfoods own ones, but they are better for the younger children, so they're not struggling to finish a full one. They were only £1.99. They still had the Ben & Jerry's at the start as well. I didn't show you that, but I've shown it in previous videos. They still had the Ben & Jerry's for £1.99. The Magnums are there for £1.99. We still have some from when we stocked up at Morrison's when they were a little bit cheaper. That juice was a bargain, so I just got the bigger bottle of the blackcurrant and then some of the orange juice for Kiana to take away with her. This double chocolate cake was £1.99, and I find that the signature stuff from Farmfoods is always really good. So I picked up 2 of those. I know it says it serves 10, but it doesn't really, not between us. We will end up eating those 2 cakes. I needed some Nutella, so I got that. And then this is the fruit. The fruit is in the fridges now, which I find is a game changer, and the quality is much better than it used to be. So I picked up some apples. Again, the other day they had grapes, oranges, all on offer at Morrison's and that 50% off. Plus with the peppers, because I would have picked up more peppers. They're only 99p there, which is one of the cheapest places to buy it at the moment. But I didn't today because we still have 3 packets from Morrison's. I didn't pick up any of the bananas. They looked a bit like they were turning. But they did have the big bags of potatoes. And again, if you watch our channel, you will know how much I was trying to find them. And the only place that seemed to have the 7.5 kilogram was Asda. And I barely even go to Asda. It's not one of the shops that I shop at often. But that was £4.50 for the 7.5 kilogram. Had Neve with me, so of course we got some of the craves. Caleb was asking for some of these, and they're good for Kiana to take away for her. It's just a quick snack for her. So we picked up 2 boxes of the cereal bars, which isn't something that we buy too often, but I think they were £1.30 a packet, which is still good. Toothbrushes, I'm sure that the children eat them, so I picked up 2 more packets of those. Some bleach. They have really upped their cleaning products and their personal hygiene products lately. I think since they changed the store around, they've just managed to get a lot more in there. Then we picked up 2 of these mist sprays. My little helpers spotted them and wanted to pick those up. They were only £1.99 each, and they smell really good. So we got 1 of each of those. I was starting to panic a little bit about the trolley, as I knew I still needed to get the crisps. But still, we kept putting things in there. The Mars bars were back in stock at 99p. So we got a few packets of those. Plus then a Snickers. Not everyone likes a Snickers, so we just got 1 of those. But there's so many good offers here. The Kinders, maybe not so much good offer, but the children really like them and they're a small treat, so I don't mind picking those up. Plus, I was looking for some of the milk buttons. They were meant to be 69p, which is cheaper than when I bought them at Sainsbury's when they were on offer. But I found a little spot and they were all sold out, and obviously you can see why. The price was really, really good. Next up was the crisps. One of the main reasons I went in there, and we probably ended up with a few too many. But that is because they have the 3 for £10 offer on the 20 multi-packs, and then they also have a 5 for £5 offer on the smaller ones. So on the Space Raiders and the Pom Bears, and of course Neve loves the Pom Bears. So we ended up with those two. It was probably a good job it was the end of the shop, as this trolley was overflowing. So I think it was £184 in total. I did of course use that £100 gift card that I was given. After a bit of fuss with that, we got it off there and it was £84 to pay. I know it looks a lot, I know it's all treats, but this will last us for a little while. I say a little while because it's the October holidays, so in reality I know they're going to go through it super quick. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I know this one was a bit long-winded. We picked up more than we usually would, which made it a bit of a longer video. But thank you so much, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We would appreciate it.